Hello everyone, and welcome to this audio podcast. This audio podcast is part of a Motley smash. This audio podcast is part of a Ostix monsoon. This audio podcast as part of a Ztorm and Ostix equipoise. This audio podcast is part of the bookish. This audio podcast is part of a Ztorm Robotics production. Through this audio podcast today, I look at sort of the research gap and research sort of approach, and in around the research question, some strength in around the strength and limitations of a publication from Mohammed from in around 2015, a publication looking at a renal point of care testing, and sort of looking at collaboration in around a collaboration between scientists and pharmacists in around the research gap and approach. The main objective of the publication was to highlight point of care testing, or POCT, in context of chronic kidney disease, and the National Institute of Health and Care Excellence, or NICE, guidelines in regard to recipients at suspect or high risk for CKD. In addition to the guidelines, the publication looks at POCT, looks at point of care testing in context of collaboration between scientists and pharmacists, and in line to healthcare services that could prompt an interlink in primary care. As part of the research question, so this publication was an essay that looked to highlight early efforts surrounding POCT and healthcare services. The publication looks to outline in pertaining to prevalence of CKD in the United Kingdom, renal guidelines reducing CKD methodologies or methods for CKD screening or detection, advantages of early detection and the community and POCT. And this works. The publication is within the remit of a scientist's perspective on laboratory medicine and integrated transplant immunobiology services for CKD recipients. And as part of the strength of the publication, the publication was one of the earliest scientific publication in the British in the journal, the British Journal of Biomedical Sciences, or BJBS, on behalf of the RPSG, the Renal Patient Support Group. And this publication was one of the first of its kind to highlight the interlinked healthcare services that could be offered by scientists and pharmacists in relating or regarding POCT and National Institute of Health and Care Excellence, or NICE, guidelines. One of the limitations of this publication is that was that it did not compare against other kidney care screening healthcare screening services. That draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast as part of a Motley smash. This audio podcast is part of a Ostix monsoon. This audio podcast is part of a Ztorm and Ostix equipoise. And this audio podcast as part of the bookish. This audio podcast as part of a Ztorm Robotics production.